Ladies and gentlemen, Convocation is now in session. As Chancellor, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 293rd Convocation. To all graduates, first let me say congratulations. You have worked hard to achieve this, and graduation represents a major milestone in your lives. At Convocation, we assemble as a university community, the University of Western Ontario community, to celebrate and recognize your achievements at Western and to wish you every success in the future. However, your learning days are far from over. Learning is a lifelong process, and Western has not provided you with answers to all questions. At most, we hope that what stays with you is a way of thinking objectively and approaching problems with an open mind and a healthy respect for new ideas, all tempered with compassion and empathy for the human condition. You are forever a cherished member of this great university, founded more than a century ago. We welcome you into the Western family, and congratulations to each and every one of you. Now today, we also confer an honorary degree upon Wesley Dunn in acknowledgement of his contributions to Western as the founding and long-serving Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry and his volunteer work with numerous charitable organizations. I'm delighted to welcome him to this convocation, and to present our distinguished candidate, I would now call on Dr. Jim Weiss, Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences.
Wesley John Dunn. Mr. Chancellor, graduates, parents, and honored guests. Dr. Wes Dunn was born in Toronto, where he completed his formal education. After a few years of public practice, he moved to London and the University of Western Ontario. During this time in London, he contributed selflessly and effectively to his profession, to the healthcare system, and to his beloved university and community. His dedication and commitment to clinical excellence have been exceptional, and his outstanding leadership within institutional, local, provincial, and national organizations contributed to his sterling reputation. Dr. Dunn was the founding dean of the Faculty of Dentistry at the University of Western Ontario and served in that capacity for 17.5 years. He also taught, conducted research, and served as an eloquent spokesperson for the profession of dentistry and for Western. He remains a highly respected role model for students, alumni, and colleagues alike. He's published extensively and contributed numerous presentations to provincial, national, and international audiences. He was awarded Professor Emeritus status in 1989. His former colleagues, students, and friends are unanimous in their high praise for his character and appreciate his caring and kind manner. The current director of the School of Dentistry, Dr. Harinder Sandhu, notes that our dentistry alumni are always asking about him and speak of their association with him with both gratitude and respect. Naturally, Dr. Dunn's professional career has earned him many honors, including being named Honorary Fellow of the Royal College of Dentists of Canada in 1980, an Honorary Fellowship with the Academy of Dentistry International Organization in 1985, an Honorary Fellowship with the International College of Dentists in 1990. He received the Award of Merit from the University of Western Ontario Alumni Association in 1984, the Award of Merit from the University of Toronto Dental Alumni Association in 1991, and the Alumni Award of Distinction from the Western School of Dentistry in 2004. Dr. Dunn has been a community leader with numerous charitable organizations, such as the YMCA of London, the London and Middlesex County Lung Association, the Ontario Commission on Inter-University Athletics, and the United Way, to name but a few. Dr. Dunn has served as the president of the Royal College of Dental Surgeons of Ontario and has been a valuable member of the Thames Valley District Health Council and a member of the Board of Directors of the London Health Science Centre. Over the years, he has overseen several important program reviews of intercollegiate athletics at the University of Western Ontario. And more recently, he chaired the Faculty of Health Sciences Task Force Committee on Organizational Structure. Dr. Dunn has been a passionate advocate for the important role that student-centered inter-university athletics programs play in the total development of students. He continues to follow his beloved Mustangs with both passion and pride. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and in the name of Senate, I ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon a great man with a sterling reputation of public service and professional development, and an unwavering love of the University of Western Ontario, Dr. Wes Dunn.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Dunn.
Mr. Chancellor.
Well done. This is your... Let me give you that before you leave. Good? Good. Good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumnus, Dr. Wesley Dunn, to address Convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, I am deeply grateful for this very great privilege of becoming an honorary graduate of this distinguished university, one with which I have been now fondly associated for some 44 years. I am also enormously grateful to Dean Weiss for his far more than generous citation, and thankful for that which he could have said, but which he so diplomatically avoided. This event within my family constitutes a major catalyst for my bragging rights. My incredibly supportive, selflessly caring, and almost angelically tolerant wife and I are the parents of 3 sons who hold collectively 6 Western degrees. Although we have no daughters, the distaff side of the family, including 1 granddaughter, has earned another 5 UWO degrees. The degree represented by this gorgeous gown and hood makes an even dozen. The big difference, of course, between this one and the other 11, and indeed on those soon to be conferred on you now waiting expectantly and undoubtedly impatiently to receive yours, is that your degrees have been achieved the hard way. In the words of that late distinguished actor, John Houseman, you earned them. I was not required to attend classes and labs, to prepare for assignments, and to study for and pass that plethora of examinations. I am reminded of a story, apocryphal I'm sure, told by a dentistry graduate of the University of Toronto who later became vice president of the University of British Columbia, Dr. Jack MacDonald, on receiving an honorary degree from this institution. There was a small college in the southern part of the United States, absolutely tottering on the brink of bankruptcy. The president of the institution approached a very wealthy but also a very eccentric gentleman living in the area. the man agreed to present a gift of several millions of dollars, sufficient to restore the college to total viability. Its future was secure. There was, however, one very significant proviso. The eccentric gentleman owned an old horse of which he was extraordinarily proud. In recognition of this magnificent donation, the college would be required to confer its honorary degree on the horse. Well, you can imagine, this caused a great deal of consternation and lengthy debate within the institution. But finally, pragmatism won out. The honorary degree was approved. Shortly after, one of the professors was observed to say, "This isn't all bad. This may well be one of the few occasions on which we shall have been able to confer an honorary degree on an entire horse." In Bob Hayward's 2008 book, The War Within, he quoted Senator Charles Robb as observing that every river starts somewhere. For many of you, I am sure, the career river is already freely flowing. But for others, it may be just starting today. At this moment, you are graduands, students awaiting the conferring of your degrees. But in a short while, you will be graduates. And may I observe that at the moment you kneel before the chancellor or a pro-chancellor to hear those magic words, "I admit you," is the absolute highlight of the day for someone out there, a parent, a grandparent, a spouse, a significant other, a sibling, a friend or relative who has been with you all the way and is bursting with pride in your achievement. I think I should be somewhat less than realistic were I not to observe that at this time of your graduation, our country and indeed the world are not experiencing the best of times. Economic difficulties abound. But you have opted for the broad field of health sciences, and my crystal ball reveals no future diminution in the need for an extensive range of preventive and curative services. Our population is not getting much younger. Health expenditures for seniors 65 and over represent almost 43% of total health spending, although that age group accounts for about 13% of the entire population. Health care needs do not seem to be diminishing. The pattern of delivery of health care is certainly changing. The team approach to health service is becoming the norm rather than the exception. It has always seemed to me to be eminently sensible for the practitioner who knows most about a particular area of health service to be the one who gives leadership in its delivery. I am cognizant that heavy emphasis within the various programs of our prestigious Faculty of Health Sciences has been on the determinants of health and on health promotion, and that pleases me. There is no doubt that the admittedly important curative aspects of health care receive greater public attention and regard than do the less glamorous but equally important preventive practices which, when knowledgeably and conscientiously applied, add so much to the quality of life and reduce the need for extensive and expensive treatment services. Promoting prevention, let me tell you, is not easy. In terms of my own profession and its two most ubiquitous diseases, dental caries or tooth decay, and periodontal disease, those adverse conditions of the supporting tissues in the mouth, are essentially preventable through the application of knowledge and understanding we have had for decades. But they are still, sadly, more than just moderately prevalent. Our third and most important problem, crooked teeth, and I use the professionally inappropriate word crooked in a positional sense, not a moral one, is one with which we are continuing to do battle. But we can't seem to do too much with children who make bad choices in the selection of their parents. For instance, these fathers with large teeth and mothers with small jaws, or vice versa, resulting in no room for all the teeth to erupt. But I suspect, Mr. President, we'd have a tough time trying to have the Senate give an approval to a request from the dental school to establish a division of marriage counseling. Health problems abound. The health care budget of this province has been growing at an alarming rate and now exceeds 42% of the Ontario budget. It is rapidly becoming unsustainable. Perhaps there are those in this year's graduating class who will be able to provide effective leadership in solving this perplexing problem. Conditions such as childhood obesity, diabetes, coronary artery disease, to name only three, are all awaiting the attention of the knowledgeable and promotional skills you have acquired during your productive Western years. For my final couple of minutes, I'd like to turn my attention to Western athletics. Sport and recreational services at our university, and not always under that name, has been within academic jurisdiction. The emphasis where it should be is on the student athlete. And our student athletes have absolutely distinguished themselves. Let me, without necessarily repeating the numbers which the university has earlier reported, provide some facts. On average, and I stress on average, student athletes have high incoming averages, they graduate at a higher rate than non-athletes, and they have higher retention rates. For the 2007-2008 academic year at Western, we had a total of 93 student athletes who were recognized by CIS, the Canadian Inter-University Sport, as academic All-Canadian. For OUA, Ontario University Athletics, 130 received Academic Achievement Awards. This total represents 25% of our intercollegiate student athletes who have achieved 80% or more. And if you think our student athletes couldn't possibly combine both academic acumen and athletic prowess, think again. Our student athletes won 11 provincial championships, and we sent 11 teams to national championships. We were first, second, or third in 25 of the 38 sports in which we compete. I have found over the years that I'm always more effectively productive if I'm a little busier than I really want to be. In Andy Rooney's words, the less time I have to work with, the more things I get done. I think that holds true for those whose extracurricular time may be devoted to athletics, to music, to drama, to student government, to community service, and the like. This requires organization and time management, two skills I can assure you will stand you in good stead in wherever your career paths may take you. In closing, may I express the hope for each of you being graduated today that in the years to come, good health, happiness, prosperity, and limitless satisfaction in wherever your careers may take you, and that these may greet you at every corner.
Thank you, Dr. Dunn, for a compelling and entertaining convocation address. Western owes you many debts of gratitude for your leadership in establishing one of the finest dental programs in our country, for your role as a champion of the student athlete within our own intercollegiate athletics program and across the country and the province, for representing our university on councils and supervisory bodies, and for your tremendous engagement with the London community. Everyone who has benefited from services supported by the United Way, from fitness and health programs at the YMCA, from Western's outstanding dental clinic, or from services provided by the London Health Sciences Center, has been touched by your generosity and commitment to others. Wes, throughout my 15 years at Western, you have been a good friend to me, and I thank you. And what a wonderful role model you are for those who graduate today in the health sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating once again our Honorary Doctor of Laws, Dr. Wes Dunn.
I take pleasure in asking the Vice Chancellor to present the convocation, our newly appointed Professor Emeritus.
The designation of Professor Emeritus is an honorary title which recognizes long and distinguished academic service. Will Professor Richard Seawald please step forward? Professor Seawald of the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders and of the National Center of Audiology first joined Western in 1986. He is acknowledged and respected globally for his expertise in children's hearing impairment. Professor Seawald is the lead inventor of the patented desired sensation level, the international standard for fitting hearing aids. He holds numerous honors, including Western's Distinguished University Professor Award, a Tier 1 Canada Research Chair in Childhood Hearing, an honorary doctorate from Dalhousie University, and a prestigious award established in his name from the Hear the World Foundation. Mr. Chancellor, may I present Professor Emeritus Richard Seawald.
Congratulations, Professor Stewart. Terrific. Wonderful record. I have a plaque here for you.
Will the candidates for degrees please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I am honored to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed their academic programs at Western. I ask you to admit them to the degrees and diplomas for which they have been recommended by the Senate of our university.
Under the authority vested in me by the Senate, you will be admitted to the degrees and diplomas as shall be announced by the public orators.
Will the candidates please be seated? Mr. Chancellor, graduating students, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Convocation is the single most important time of celebration in the life of the University of Western Ontario. Today we honor those graduating students who, through determination, hard work, and intelligence, have met the demanding standards of a Western degree. We also honor their families, including their parents, spouses, and children, who have played such an important role in helping our graduating students to reach the milestone which our ceremony today represents. Today is a proud day for all of us associated with Western, including our Board of Governors and Senate, our faculty, our staff, and our many friends in the community. I am pleased by the presence today of so many members of this community of learning who have gathered to celebrate this important day in the lives of our graduates and the life of the university. Those who cross the stage today will be joining a special group, Western alumni, who number more than 240,000 people around the world. Ms. Pat McLaughlin is here today representing the Alumni Association, and I would ask Pat, please, to stand and be recognized. Western's Board of Governors is charged with responsibility for the overall governance of this institution. Today we have with us Ms. Irene Burrell, representing the Board of Governors. She's the University Secretary and an outstanding secretary to our board. I would ask her, please, to stand and be recognized. Let me offer a special thank you to all of the parents, spouses, children, relatives, and friends who are here today to join in our celebration of academic achievement. Without your support, our graduates, in many cases, might not have been able to complete their academic programs. So I ask that our graduating students please rise once again, turn around and face your family and friends, and give them a round of applause for the love and support that made this day possible. Now let me congratulate once again the remarkable women and men who graduate today with Western degrees. Today you become partners in the outstanding academic achievements of the University of Western Ontario. I charge you then, as graduates of a distinguished Canadian institution, never to forget the great benefits you have acquired in this place, and to remember always that wherever you go, you carry with you the good name of the University of Western Ontario. This will be my last week of convocations at Western. On June 30, I will retire after being your president for 15 years. During that time, I have watched our university transformed by the dedication and hard work of faculty, staff, students, and alumni. I offer them all my most profound thanks. And to our graduating students, please accept my warmest congratulations on what is a great day for each and every one of you. Before we proceed with the ceremonies, I have two special requests for those of you in the audience. First, please withhold your applause for the graduates crossing the platform until each group of graduates has received degrees. This will ensure that every graduate receives our full courtesy throughout the ceremony. Second, we know that photographs are an important memory of this occasion to the graduates and their family and friends. To ensure you in the audience have the best opportunity to get good pictures, I ask that you do the following. When your special graduate is approximately 40 names in the program from crossing the stage, that's 4-0, please proceed to the area along the wall to my right, over that way, and the ushers will guide you forward in order that you may capture your special moments. I now call on the public orators to introduce the candidates for degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the School of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Kunihiko Aizawa. Karen Edith Campbell. Bruce Charles Fryer. Julie Andrea Toyer. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Master of Arts. John Paul Ciuccelli. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Science. Jason Ashley Akindelier, Andrew William Davidson, Stephanie Gilbert.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Faculty of Health Sciences for the degree Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Health Sciences Honors Program. Ademola Adjuan, Christina Alfonso, Courtney Allen. Amanda Danielle Amy, Jocelyn Joy Bader, Sarah Ruth Bader.
Folks, you're going to get tired if you plot every 3 people that go across. Wait until the end of the degree group. I'll give you the signal, okay?
Cara Bagnulo, gold medalist. Stephen Daniel Baldwin, gold medalist. Shahista Bandali. Diane Behrens, Stephanie Lynn Baracco, Sarah Bernier. Nazia Bati, Suman Bella, Sarah Bialchik. Kristen Alicia Bishop, Sasha Bielovich, Joshua Black. Jennifer Boots, Lindsay Botnick, Christopher Bush. Dante Patrick Carlaccio, Nicholas F. Chauvin, Chantel Chen. Andrea Chu, Michelle Lauren Chipola, Michelle Carolyn Sarita Clark. Terrell Coe, Kelly Ann Cox, Charity Davey. Laura Demchuk, Julia Marley Dobbin, Sarah Grace Donnelly. Shaylin Dopke, Sheetal Dua, William Edwards. Vanessa Ellis, Angela Adero Elong, Horia Gashgari. Megan Geddes, Sarah Glazier, gold medalist, Amy Marie de Vargas Gray. Cynthia Louise Greer, Melissa Leanne Hildering, Julia Hill. Patricia Hizo Abes, Vittorio Iafrate, gold medalist. Tanya Iazi. Anthony Isaac, Ali Ishmael, Danielle Jane, gold medalist. Shannon Jensen, David Jaroge, Amy Grace Jenick. Jeffrey Jonusitis, Gana Anna Kagan, Ashley Kaminsky. Naveen Kashal, Carrie-Ann Ashley Cleland, gold medalist. Ashley Ellen Keys. Amanda Kahn, Deborah Ann Krieger, Elizabeth Christolitis. Frank Kwan, Ramona Batenga Chibagu, Joelle Labute. Simon Lamoth, Stephanie Lynn Lamoth, Joshua Landry. Kevin Lanny, Joyce Fu Yan Lau, William Lomas. Gracia Mabaya, Lauren McPhail, Brooke Manderson. Melissa Martin, Sherry Mason, Dana Matheson. Imara McClellan, gold medalist. Bryn Melenkoff, Christina Miller. Corey Millington, Lisa Ray Min, Nicole Minot. Syed Azimuddin Salim Mir, Alada Ann Moore, Jessica Nakamura. Catherine Nicholson, Andrea Laura O'Neill, Alexandra Osachuk. Allison Nicole Osborne, Holly Parker, Megan Pierce. Sarah Jean Penwell, Vivian Pham, Lindsay Radford, gold medalist. Abhirama Ravendran, Ivan Racinas, Carl Andrew Reed. Heather Lynn Reed, Disha Raki, Lucia Reiklika. Herlene Sayal, Danielle Shepard, Scott Daniel Siddle. Amy Sorrell, Laura Staten, Michelle Erin Stevenson. Stephanie Stevenson, Fiona Stewart, Caitlin Blair Stibler. Kayla Stiller, Amanda Michelle Stute, Nicole Tiller. Jacqueline Trunks, Andrea Ka-Yansi, Linda V. Donato Vigiani, Nicole Visconti, Danica Walden. Elizabeth Watson, Sarah Elizabeth Wells, Krista Ann Whitney. Alexander Wilkins, Megan Williams, Angela Zweers. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Health Sciences 4-year program. Taylin Andrews, Charisse Renee Blenman, Dominique Bruce. Tanvir Shahal, Alyssa Connolly, Janet Dang. Lindsay Dodge, Sean Guest, Enam Hamu. Brandon Lawrence Ryan Harvey, Molly Hinn, Taita Islami. Kimberly Joseph, Aliza Kassam, Kristen Cooney. Nadia Comentas, gold medalist. Angelica Metzouras, Deanna Medwa, sorry. Thank you, Madawi. Missed that one.
That's all right.
Victoria Melgar Garcia, Melanie Lynn O'Brien, Kelly Patterson. Amanda Palekia, Michelle Devika Rajpal, Rachel Robinson. Ashley Romaine, Kevin Lennox Shung, Catherine Sluzar. Aaron Smith, Jessica Yutlin Su, Tia Trahia Geofreda. Tamara Vesich, Tracy Wong, Cami Yukam Wu. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Health Sciences. Jennifer Baxter, Ellen Louise Bemis, Catherine Ann Elizabeth Bender. Jessica Buckham, Chantel De Silva, Joanna Ferreira. Rena Goddesera. Gregory Snyder's degree is awarded posthumously and is represented by his sister Melissa.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Arts, Honors Kinesiology. Amanda Karen Abbott, Kalina Adams, Carly Sue Allen. Charlotte Anderson, Rachel Atkinson, Natalie Baker. Alexander Ball, Nicole Marie Berry, Cheryl Beach. Brittany Lee Beliveau, Sandra Ann Berenson, Courtney Burkers. Catherine Bainan, Elissa Biaggi, Aaron Burchell. Catherine Boom, Jennifer Boudreau, Megan Lindsay Boyd. Chelsea Brom, Jacqueline Ray Bridges, Leah Brown. Tara Brown, Leanne Bruce, Marianne Burchert. Kevin Burns, Taryn Carruthers, Brian Edward Cater. Jacob Claude Charon, Jason Sharon, Tyler Childs. Brady Clausen, Tessa Karn Clemens, Deborah Shava Cole. Andrea DeLuca, Ashley Marie Elaine DeLuca, Emily Deegan. David Edward Deere, Jenna Denning, Mark DiGiulio. Mary DeMarco, Amanda Dodge, Joshua Stephen Duplessis. Cameron Edgar, Jacoby Brianne Elliott, Rick Andrew Elsner. Maribod Estaki, Kaylee Flemington, Caitlin Fulton. Caitlin Furman, Jeffrey Gardner, Alexandra Jennifer Angelica Gazaruso. Andrea Germanese, Robert Girdler, Melanie Giroux Cook. Shane Glass Smith, Megan Kathleen Gonzer, Jillian Goodwin. Paul Alexander Greco, Kara Grills, Caitlin Nicole Hack. Stephen Hendrickson, Jessica Hillinger, Brent Hogarth. Pauline Hughes, Abraham Hum, Megan Husson. Janine Innes, Sarah Jackson, Kathleen Ann Clement. Aaron Kodama, Dina Kurilski, Caitlin Mary Kuzik. Agatha Lorenchik, Karen Ann Leckie, Courtney Lee. Ryan Jean, Vincent Liardi, Richard Tiansing Liu. Mark Lestraco, Shannon Ludlow, Brian Lind. Jonathan Lowe, Larissa Lynn Mankis, Jessica Mann. Okay, that's good news. Congratulations. Caitlin McAlpine, Darren McCloy, Matthew McCormick. Murray McCullough, Daniel William McDonald, Stephanie McCarricker. Kevin Maloney, Megan Mary Evelyn Motley, Ashley Muscat. Shelby Musser, Eric Nadalin, Sarah Neal. Matthew Randolph Nickman, Emmanuel Pava, Emily Panetta. Nadine Lynn Perron, Erica Brittany Pearson, Rachel Pedros. Catherine Perkin, Zachary Andrew Plug, Stefan Pertenjeka. Jennifer Marie Ricks, Angela Ritchie, Andrew Richard Robinson. Kendall Ann Roach, Chelsea Roseler, Matthew Rowe. Joshua James Rumble, Allison May Rustling, Stephanie Lee Sanger. Elise Schwarzkopf, Laura Schweikart, Paul Seymour. Don't be too eager. Adam Shannon, Stacy Shui Shim, Sasha Nicole Silva. Natasha Slatt, Erica Jocelyn Smith, Jason Tyler Smith, gold medalist. Tamara Lynn Smith, Joanna Marie Smorhay, Catherine Laura Stedman. Erica Chabot Stemler, Stacy Stephanie Steisch, Megan Suter. Jessica Lindsay Tassios, Alistair Russell Forn, Alexandra Toutant. Aaron Tran, Natalie Turner, Stephanie Van Veen. Michael Versteeg, Mallory Wakabayashi, Michelle Weber. Catherine Whittemore, Victoria White, Sarah Wilson. Peter Cameron Wright, Ronald Young. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Science, Honors Kinesiology. Andrea Bachand, Danielle Simone Barr, Jacqueline Ainsley Bell. Megan Lindsay Canning, Graham Daniel Emery Carter, Megan Connolly. James Corkle, Joshua Dawson, Nicole DeGoo. Caitlin Laura Mullen Doddington, Leanne Catherine Deering, Jennifer Donovan. James East, Emma Catherine Sager Ferguson, Stephanie Figas. Jennifer Gonzalez, Jason Gould, Tyler Groves. Laura Eileen Henderson, Aaron C. Long Hung, Julie Emily Tantorno. Laura Jewer, Allison Laney, gold medalist, Heather Patricia Lamb. Jonathan Leung, Janelle Ashley Mason, Jessica McCallum. Ewan McGugan, Patrick McPhee, Jessica Ashley McCrae. Rand Meshke, Wendy Mock, Chantel Nielsen. Thomas Mitchell Ormond, Ryan Perlis, Steve Postma. Pankey Porohet, Kristen Sabaran, Omar Shamki. Alan Smith, Joseph Song, Tegan Sturris. Elise Patricia Waters, Noelle Surwabwachi White, Leslie Witten. Finance. Karen Winans. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree, Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Arts, four-year program Kinesiology. Laura Bartlett, Courtney Bloch, Robert Bradley Davies. Samantha Margaret King, Adita Kogut, Sarah Leppington. Stephen McIntyre, Greg Tyler Morrison. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor or Baccalaureate of Arts, Kinesiology. Jenna Arts, gold medalist. Casey Dilks. Jennifer Russell. Sherelle Tiffany Solomon. What's the last one? Okay. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety Management. Paula Piacenza. Good job, you did it. Thanks.
In the name of the Senate, I grant to the Registrar the authority to confer degrees and diplomas to those candidates whose names appear in the official program but who are not present today. Now, at this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Pat McLaughlin, representing our Alumni Association, to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Good morning and congratulations. It's my great pleasure, on behalf of Western's Alumni Association, to welcome you as our newest alumni. All of you, by virtue of your presence here today, are part of a global community, a community of Western alumni that numbers 240,000. And that means today you have 240,000 new best friends. That's almost 250,000 people in 136 countries, all wearing purple. It is our hope that your membership with Western's Alumni Association will be a lifelong membership. As you leave us, you begin a new phase in your life across Canada and around the world. In many of those places, both here and abroad, you'll find Alumni Western branches, where our alumni live and work. And no matter where you go, you'll find us on the purple pages of the web. It is my hope, on behalf of the Alumni Association, that whatever your plans and dreams, you'll get involved with Western and stay involved, that you'll share your lifelong commitment, pride, and passion for Western. We need your talents and your experience. We want to hear about your accomplishments, your achievements, and so do the many of alumni who will come after you. Your first opportunity to celebrate together as alumni is today in the University Community Center atrium, and we'll hope you will join us with your families immediately after this ceremony is complete. Again, congratulations and welcome in.
Before closing convocation, I'd just like to express my appreciation to all who have contributed to the success of the day. In particular, and on your behalf as well, I would like to thank the University of Western Ontario Convocation Brass for their magnificent performance and their director, Professor James Mackay. May I request that the audience remain at their seats while the academic procession leaves the hall. Convocation is now adjourned.